Today is Monday, November 11th, 2024, otherwise known as Veterans Day. Thank you to all the veterans who have served for our country. I definitely appreciate your service. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new here on Weather on the Go. We are quickly approaching 105,000 subscribers, and you get the latest weather information right at your fingertips. If you subscribe, turn on all post notifications so you are notified when I do post my videos. And of course, press the like button down below if you do enjoy today's weather forecast, and also leave any comments, questions, concerns below. We'll get to those after the video. What you're looking at here are your low temperatures we did wake up to this morning, and it was quite chilly across the Rockies, especially where we did lay down that fresh snowpack just a couple of days ago across parts of Colorado and northeast New Mexico. Still pretty chilly over here in the Midwest and the Ohio Valley up and through the Northeast. Temperatures waking up there into the 40s and the 50s, and this afternoon it will remain cooler across the north and a little bit warmer further to the south, with some 80s showing up for the Rio Grande all the way down here into central and southern Florida this afternoon. The 60-degree line may go as far north as St. Louis, the Kansas City area, and Wichita as we go into this afternoon as well. Precipitation looks like the either side of the country, the west coast, the east coast, that's where most of the precipitation will be this afternoon. If you're in the central U.S. or central Canada, you guys are pretty dry this afternoon. We got some rain and some snow in those higher elevations. Yes, the Cascades, I'm talking about you, and the Sierras out west. We also have some snow up here into Ontario, Quebec, Canada, with some pesky rain showers in and around the Great Lakes, the Northeast, and up and down the eastern seaboard. That continues as we go into tonight, that weather pattern where we have unsettled weather across the west coast, dry in the middle, and then we have the unsettled weather on the eastern part of the United States, the east coast that is. And we're not going to be really seeing a ton of rainfall from these two systems here today, but decent rains at least across Seattle, Portland, down into northern parts of California, some snow mixed in there as well. Maybe some several inches of accumulation over the next 24 hours in the Cascades and the Sierras there, but not much for the Rockies. Let's overview the forecast for this upcoming week, and going through from Tuesday, November 12th, which is my birthday, by the way, through Friday, November 15th. We got a big ridge of high pressure across the east, another big trough coming in across the west. And what that's going to do is essentially continue what we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks. We got the warmer air, unseasonable warmth for the second week of November now across southern Canada and the central U.S. Some cooler anomalies across the east, especially up there toward the northeast, the mid-Atlantic, and then across the west coast, especially for the desert southwest, below normal as that trough begins to dig in across the southwest United States. And with this trough, we're going to kind of see a more amplified pattern. The jet stream is going to be very active as we go through the middle of this week and the end of this week. See very wavy here. That is what we call an amplified pattern as we go through the week, and that means multiple storm systems will be traversing the country. So as we go into my birthday tomorrow on Tuesday, November 12th, pretty dry, big high pressure over here in the Great Lakes. So you can expect sunshine in around places like Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit, and Cincinnati. You can expect sunshine on your Tuesday. Another storm system bringing some snowfall into the Pacific Northwest then, and then that storm will kick out across the central U.S., bringing us some pesky rain showers from Minnesota all the way south to Louisiana and everywhere in between as we go into Wednesday. Another big storm moving into the Pacific Northwest again on Wednesday. Seattle down to Portland, very heavy rain, very heavy snow for Vancouver, and then down across the Cascades here on Wednesday. And then we'll continue to see some precipitation on Thursday, and especially again from the Great Lakes down here toward the southeast into Georgia, the Carolinas here, at least the western Carolinas and North Florida. We'll see some rainfall there on Thursday, and then we'll see more of that again on Friday further to the east, and then that storm system coming in. So again, the storyline for this week, we're going to have multiple storm systems traversing the country with rain and or snow, and some of that rainfall could be heavy, especially for parts of the Pacific Northwest, but also the southeast. We could be getting a decent soaking of rain between Tuesday, November 12th and Friday, November 15th here. Some beneficial rains as well, but lighter amounts further north into the Midwest. And then you can see the heavier snows will there be laying out again, Vancouver and British Columbia, the Cascades, the Sierras at least getting a few inches of snow. and the northwestern Rockies as well, like Idaho, western Montana, western Wyoming could be getting several inches of snowfall, and those higher elevations could be pushing well over a foot as we end out this week. And going through the third week now of November, let's kind of show and preview what we could expect as we go through the rest of this month. November 16th through the 23rd, we're going to see that ridge of high pressure hold firm across the eastern Canada and the eastern U.S. And again, with high pressure, you typically see drier conditions, but also unseasonably warm conditions for this time of year. More troughs coming in out west. So you can expect with the troughs coming in out west, cooler anomalies across the west coast. That could be digging into the Rockies at times. And then unseasonable warmth. Yes, southern Canada, southeastern Canada, big winters up here. We could be seeing temperatures 20 degrees above the norm as we go into the third week of November. The upper Midwest as well will be the recipients of that. And really most of the eastern U.S. into that time frame. But we're also going to be setting up an interesting storm track as we go into next week here. So we're going to be seeing a low pressure system likely developing somewhere down here on the lee side of the Rockies or Texas Panhandle and kind of moving northeast toward the Great Lakes. And on the northwest side of that, we do have to watch for the potential of snowfall this time of year. And then on the southeastern side of that track, more likely into the mid-Mississippi Valley, the lower Mississippi Valley in the southeast might have to be watching out for heavier rain, but also some bouts of severe weather. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Finally, going into the final week of November, November 23rd through the 30th time frame, big ridge of high pressure kind of elongating from western Canada all the way across all of the provinces into eastern Canada, and the northern tier of the U.S. will lower the pressure underneath. And what you're going to find with that is our temperatures are going to be, again, unseasonably warm, where that high pressure is elongating itself across southern Canada and across the northern tier of the U.S., and cooler air underneath of that across portions of the west and even into the southern part of the country, at least cooler than what we should be seeing for the last week of November. And that active storm track will be shifting again from the 23rd through the 30th of November. We'll be seeing wetter times down here in especially the lower Mississippi Valley region, the Arklatex, the Arklamiss region, and over here toward Dixie Alley. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on that. And some of this could, again, come with the potential for heavy rainfall and some bouts of severe weather. The northwest side of that track could be more of some snowfall. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But all said together, this is going to be a great pattern ahead. No matter if we see heavy rain, severe weather, we definitely need the rainfall. We have a lot of drought ongoing across the United States, and the Climate Prediction Center from the Great Lakes all the way down toward North Texas is forecasting at least the drought to persist and or improve as we go through the rest of this month. So this goes through the 30th of November. Hopefully we can see some improvement, but unfortunately, not everybody is a winner here. It looks like the I-95 corridor across from New York City to Boston, we're going to see potentially some drought impacts there and growing drought, and then across portions of the eastern Carolinas, the Outer Banks of Virginia, down into portions of Georgia there, Alabama, Northwest Florida. Yeah, the drought's likely going to improve, or actually going to worsen across those areas as we go through the rest of this month. So we'll keep you covered on that. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel down below for the latest weather information right at your fingertips, whether it's a video or live stream. Make sure all post notifications are turned on so you are notified for my future videos and live streams. Of course, give it a like down below by giving it a thumbs up, and also leave any comments, questions, and concerns below. We'll get to those after this video, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Monday out there.